Oh, and you have my book. I was needing a sheet for today.
Yes.
And then we can roll with it. Come over, meet you.
I'll give you that, and you'll know, I'll let you know when you need to pass that.
Gotcha. We're going to call the meeting to order. And if we could start with a roll call, please.
Commissioner Cadle,
Here.
Commissioner Leanders,
Here.
Commissioner Leachman, Commissioner Holtburse,
Here.
Commissioner Marco,
Here.
Commissioner Burchill,
Here.
Commissioner Schellberg,
Here.
Commissioner Booker, Youth on Board Peppers.
All right, we have a quorum. Then we will move to 2.1, approval of minutes. As we got to give you guys a second to go ahead and check those out, make sure they're okay. And then if we could have a motion to approve the minutes.
I motion to approve the minutes.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All approve? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And we'll approve the minutes. Moving on to 3.1, new business, Beyond Diversity event. So we'll send that over to Julia.
Yes, so we have officially started to advertise for your guys' diversity event. It is going to be November 1st from 5 to 8 at the Salina Fieldhouse. I do have some flyers that we would love you as commissioners to start passing around and spreading the word however you would like to, whether you do it in person, at your job, through social media, just whatever works better for you. If you need a PDF version of it, I think I sent it out already, so if you haven't seen it, I can definitely get it pulled up. So you can see, it is a free community event. It is going to be part of the First Fridays that happen here in our community. We are going to be providing food for the first 200 community members that attend. There is going to be a local artist who is going to be doing a interactive art demonstration. There are going to be dancers. We have the Scandinavian folk dancers from Lundsburg coming. We have a step team from Manhattan coming. And then we have another group, one or two other groups that are also going to be performing. They are still trying to decide what they would like to perform during the event. It will be hosted by Cash Hollister. He will be playing music throughout the event. We have talked to him and worked on a playlist that incorporates music in different languages, not just the music that we're used to. But we try to kind of take a look at our community and find some music that would also kind of encompass a variety of our community members as well. We are, Salina Arts and Humanities has been a huge part and really worked with us on this, and so they are definitely helping us a lot throughout this. And then the subcommittee has worked hard on trying to get everything brought together. We do have the flyer in Spanish as well. I only speak those two languages, so that is why we only have it in Spanish. We definitely don't want anybody else to feel excluded if you don't speak English and Spanish. But we definitely, since we have the resource, we wanted to make sure that we got it in Spanish as well. So most of the flyers you'll see hopefully have it on English on one side, Spanish on the other side. What I would like to ask of the commissioners is if you're not going to be there, please let me know as soon as possible, because we are working on volunteer schedule. Because there is limited number of commissioners, we would really like you guys to be the greeters. Take shifts for 1 hour. I did give the chair a sign-up sheet. Commissioner Leachman wasn't able to be here today, but she let me know the spot that she wanted to fill. And so we would really appreciate if each commissioner can take a 1 hour slot. We would, it's okay. If you can do more the merrier. So we would at least like 2 commissioners in each time frame. If you want to double up on them and we have 3 or 4, that's okay too. But if you guys want to pass the sign-up sheet around and let me know what time works better for you, or if you want to get back to me before, hopefully before the end of this week, just so I kind of get a feel of what that day is going to look like. But we just think, we're really talking about having a fun event for the community. We want it to be welcoming, so we'd really need your smiling faces, inviting, welcoming, just letting people know where things are, if they're looking for food or if they're wanting to go to the entertainment. So you'll kind of be that first contact, that first impression they get. And so,
Try to smile, baby. I don't want to scare them away.
no, I think this is going to be also a great way for exposure for you guys, for people to really get to know who our community's human relations commissioners are, because they don't feel like you guys get a lot of exposure opportunities. And so unless people come to our meetings once a month, they don't necessarily get to know you guys. So I think this is also definitely, we might even make like a name tag for you guys that says, human relations commissioner or something, just so people are able to know who you guys are and just be able to kind of tell you guys apart. So, do you guys have any questions for me?
As far as alternate formats, do you have those available for like folks that have sight impairments or use Braille or?
Not currently. Are you talking about just like advertising wise? No, we currently don't have that available. We can definitely reach out to
Somebody who could do Braille?
we can definitely work on and then see what we're able to do as far as advertisement. We can get in contact with our community outreach coordinator and kind of see what maybe she's done in the past and work on that. Are there any other questions?
So on this sign-up sheet, we have 6 openings. So
We
is
can,
it-
we can double up
we
if you
have
want to.
2 left open right now.
Okay, so what are the open slots?
1 6 to 7 and 1 7 to 8.
Okay, so I will, I'll take a look at that and I'll look at what needs to be filled in. And then I'll probably be,
Or maybe pass
Send it this way. You send it this way and they might get
We
filled.
haven't finished this.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we skipped ahead and I didn't even introduce
So-
our newest member.
oh, yes.
Yeah,
Go
we're
ahead to finish
we're gonna
off.
make a
We'll
table back to
We'll
that.
table back to that. So if there is a blank spot, preferably, if you could take that blank spot, that would be appreciated. If you need it to come back again, once everybody's seen it and you see, oh, okay, somebody else signed up for this time, so now I can sign up for the time I really wanted, then that maybe, that would be acceptable too.
And of course, and like she said, if you wanted to do like 5 to 6, there can be 3 of us. There can be, you know, that way, the more the merrier. So, we left you with 1 slot. But like,
Well,
like I said,
there
if
you
you want
go.
to come at 5, that's fine too. You can come for the whole thing. I mean, I'll probably be there for the whole thing.
Okay,
So-
and yes, please don't think that you have to, you can only be there. Hopefully, you guys would want to be there, throughout
it's
the
gonna be a
whole.
good time.
We will definitely have other volunteer opportunities available with everything, the variety of things that are going on. We're currently working on, trying to kind of solidify a group of volunteers. And so if you guys have any suggestions, you can email me or give us our office a call and we can kind of take a look at that later on. Before you leave, please pick up a couple of, there's 4 per page. And if you want a copy of the bigger ones, we can go down to the office after the meeting and I can print off some of the bigger ones as well. We have gone to 2, we haven't been able to get out of the office too frequently. We've only been able to go to 2 different establishments. But people are more than willing to post the flyer up. They're excited to hear about it. We've just taken them a big one and then asked them to pass out the little ones, to their customers or to people that are interested. And so it's been well received so far. And so we're just excited November 1st will be here before you know it.
Yeah.
We're almost halfway, well, not halfway, but I feel like we're almost halfway through October already, so.
I feel like we're going to get a good turnout. I mean, free food, music, just fun, and like I said, it's free to the community, so hopefully we'll get a good turnout out here. So, number 1. Tabling back, though.
What type of volunteers would you be looking for? I mean, what role would you be playing?
So, we need volunteers to help with serving, not necessarily serving, kind of the overview of the food. So, we were really looking for volunteers that are hopefully high school senior age and older, that we could, kind of give them a task and they'd be responsible. The food we will have, we do have hot dogs that are that will be prepared. They'll probably be, we're still trying to work out whether they're already going to be, we'll have to have them in at least a warmer. Might already be prepared, but in a warmer so we're serving warm food and not cold food. So, somebody definitely, that's responsible enough to work that. We would probably want adult working closer to the warmer. And then, if they have a youth or somebody that can help kind of do miscellaneous things in the food area. We're also going to be, there's 5 different countries that were chosen, and cookie recipes were researched by the committee. And so they will also be passing out that variety of cookies for the dessert. So we'll need, somebody, 1 or 2 people there overseeing. It's going to be kind of more overseeing, making sure, restocking if we need to restock things like that.
As a former director of a nonprofit, I'm going to say that we definitely could use some people that are dedicated to help us at the end too.
To clean up.
Because
Yes.
That's the
Christy
hard
knows.
part.
Yeah, at least a couple people that could help us. Maybe it won't be much, but if there anything left over, like to load stuff up, like that's going to be, because we're going to be working all day to make this thing happen. And when it gets to the end, that's when it's like, somebody please help. So that's
That's
all.
another thing, if you're going to be working all day, but you need someone there, I'm off on Fridays.
If as much as help as you would like to give us, we will accept it. We will,
Plan on being there all day.
we'll probably have runners. Thursday and Friday will be, Thursday most of the day and Friday morning will be, most of the running and picking up and things will happen. And so if anybody has a truck, let me know.
I have one of those.
Okay,
you
because
go.
we're looking to assistance with that. And so if you want to email me, or we can kind of connect after the meeting, we can kind of see what that looks like. Because we'll also need to, we're planning on kind of rearranging. We will be in the lobby area of the field house. If you haven't been there before, I know a lot of people are excited because they've never been there. So they just want to go to, to see the building. So whatever gets them there, we'll take it, and hopefully they'll have fun and enjoy it as well. But everything's going to be staged in the lobby area, and it is a pretty big area. And so we're going to be moving some things around to get it to look and to make sure that everything we're planning on having going on kind of has a dedicated area and space and good flow for throughout the event and the evening. So I will take as much help will be appreciated.
Why don't you email me as well, and I will have a couple staff that we can get to come and help. And they might have some volunteers as far as teenagers and stuff, so.
Okay, great.
And I'm sure I have a couple kids who I love to put to work. I love to volunteer my kids. They love me. But
I
yeah,
don't.
they'll be volunteering.
Doesn't Kansas Wesleyan sports teams are known to
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
volunteer and help, and
Yeah,
I
they
feel
do.
like someone sitting beside me might have a connection on that.
Hey,
Possibly, yes.
hey, there we go. We could kind of segue that into introducing our
Yeah,
newest
you like that?
member.
Welcome.
That was really slick.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
like
that was a
that.
pretty good way to maneuver into. If you could introduce yourself and let us know a little bit about you.
Sure. I'm John Burchell. I'm a professor at Kansas Wesleyan University. You're going to ask me how long. It's over 20 years, so it's oh, yeah. I'm an adopted son of Kansas, so I've been here since '76, Salina, and married a native, and wouldn't think of living anywhere else. Love Salina, love Kansas. I teach primarily criminal justice, although I'm also have some other interests. I'm a speaker for Humanities Kansas. The current topic I'm covering is looking at some past occurrences with William Allen White and the Four Horsemen of Tolerance, and look at what they did so communities could learn from that on how to respond to hate crimes in their communities. So I've been traveling around Kansas doing that. I'm also happen to be on sabbatical this semester, studying cybercrime.
Oh, wow.
And getting ready to have that incorporated into our curriculum, so.
So you got time.
I got it.
You got time to volunteer.
Perfect. We could use your help. For sure. Well, welcome to the board, sir. We
Thank you.
truly appreciate you volunteering your time and coming down to help. And maybe you have an insight into some.
Oh, yeah,
Some,
I was thinking of several connections that we could probably get, so.
Well, good deal. Well, sounds like we're going to have good turnout for volunteers then. Hopefully we can get that taken care of. Anything else from me? Well, I guess we can introduce ourselves to you. We'll start right here. We'll start with you. You're the next closest in line.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that. I just thought I was the
You
segue
just passed it over to
person.
me, yeah.
My name is Sheila Schellberg. I was not born, but raised in Salina. I've been back for over a year. I have 2 little girls that I love and care about, and I'm just here to help make Salina a place that they're proud to be from when they're my age.
Wow, that was well said. I kind of agree with her. My name is Chris Cadle. I have lived in Salina about almost 5 years now. I'm actually from Hutchinson originally, moved up here, and loving it ever since, been here. Pretty much, I'm a father of 3, and pretty much joined the board kind of like she did. I want to make Salina a place that my kids can be proud of living in, and a place that they can grow and learn about the world, not just their own little section of it. So that's why we're here.
And I'm Willow, and you
Hello,
know
Miss
me because
Willow,
we
yes.
did taekwondo together.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a Taekwondo artist?
I have a black belt in
Black belt?
Taekwondo.
Yeah,
watch out.
I was the
Watch
first amputee in the ATA to get my black belt in Taekwondo.
Wow.
Don't mess with Willow.
Don't mess
And
with
John
Willow.
already knows that.
Yes.
So soft-spoken, I would have never guessed it.
I'm Stephanie Holfirst. I'm a case manager at the Mental Health Center. I am from Salina. I was gone quite a few years, military, out of the Air Force. And I have 2 children. I have one here in Salina and one in Savannah, Georgia.
Okay.
I'm Christy Marco, and I am originally from Nebraska. So I've lived in Kansas now about six and a half years. Moved down here for a grandson. And so I work here in Salina. I don't actually live here. I live out in the country, out in the middle of nowhere. But because I work here every day and I see the needs in this community, I decided it's time to volunteer. So that's why.
Hi, my name is Alyssa and I don't have any children. I'm a senior at South High and I really like Salina and I don't like that there are some inequality, injustices happening. Is that a fair word?
It's a good way to say it.
So yeah. Oh, and also I might know a couple high school seniors that might volunteer for diversity if you.
Great, send them our way.
And that's this crazy bunch of misfits, actually. I don't know. So thank you for joining the commission. Like I said, we
course.
appreciate it. Hopefully we can make a difference together. So
Look forward to it.
all right, we're done with diversity. Move on to section 4, unfinished or other business, to 4.1, case docket log.
Yes, and so if you take a look at the screen, this was updated today. We currently have the same number of employment cases, and they're being worked on. And hopefully, every day we say, hopefully today's the day that we can, kind of get a little bit more closure on these. And so we'll definitely keep you guys updated and let you know as much as we're able to. For the new commissioners, we'll learn this a little bit later, but when a case is open, that's as much information. We can let you know the basis. So, this one was opened in January. The basis was their race, stating they felt discriminated against because they're African American, and it's open. That's as much as information as we can really share until it either gets to your hands to decide whether or not you believe there was probable cause or there was not probable cause of discrimination, or it was closed for a different type of reason. As you'll see down here, we did close one housing case. It was withdrawn with resolution. What that means is that after they came in and did the intake and opened the case, they decided to not move forward with it after all because they believed that things had resolved without going through our process. And so they decided to close it, and that happened last week on October 3rd. Since the last time we met with you guys, we have opened 3 new housing cases. All of them disability cases, one with gender as well as disability. And then we still have one open public accommodation case.
That public accommodations case, actually, pretty soon here, I'll be sending out, I'll be choosing, randomly choosing some commissioners to read that case. So you may be chosen depending on, your luck of the draw.
And that's that's kind of how it works. When we do get a case that comes to us, they just pick 3 people. They'll contact you specifically, and then basically we don't even discuss who reads. I mean, you read it, you give your opinion, and then it goes back through them. A lot of times we don't even know when another person has a case, so you could just jump right in and end up getting one. So.
Okay.
And they do a lot of research, a lot of background, and get pretty much every bit of information I think you can possibly get. We got some good detectives.
Do you guys have any questions for me on this? Okay.
All right, moving into 4.2 study session reminder. I do need a reminder. When is, I think that's on my calendar.
Today, right after this meeting.
Hey, reminder, guys, we have a study session today.
I promised the agenda would be short and sweet, and I would not add things that we did not need to, that were able to be pushed until November. So we are just going to go, if you need like a 5-minute break, we can take one. If not, we'll just go straight into that once we have adjourned.
Okay. Well, there's your reminder, guys. Well, then we'll keep it rolling. 4.3, upcoming outreach events and activities. We kind of went over that already.
Yeah, really, the
Anything
only
else?
one for our office is the November 1st Beyond Diversity event. There hasn't necessarily been anything else that we're scheduled. We're staying a lot. A lot of our time has been devoted in the office, and so as you can see, the caseloads that we have, it's just trying to really do as much as possible to work on those. And so if we do end up getting an invitation to do a table or some type of outreach, I will email you guys and let you know, just because we have talked about getting the commissioners more involved in attending those outreach opportunities with us and sitting at the table with us to learn more about.
Okay. Awesome. All right, moving in, public forum, no public today. So, that being said, can I get a motion to adjourn? Right. A motion to adjourn, does anybody second? No. Isn't that how it
I'll
works?
second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion adjourned, or meeting adjourned.
Motion adjourned. Wow.
Motion passed, meeting adjourned. Still rolling with the voting on the leaving, because that's